Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, today the market is really just moving sideways here a little bit. Still wanted to give you a quick update because in the end, we can see, in my opinion, that the market is really under a lot of selling pressure. Yeah, the bulls just can't really, they can't really push the market much higher. So we have seen here recently that push all the way up to 43k and a very, very strong rejection from that. We have been pushed out of that channel. You can see that here. We've been pushed out of the channel to the downside, and we're now hovering just below it and really waiting for the next impulsive move. So if I go to the lower time frame on the 1 hour chart, you can see here that the market has started to roll over again. So we had here yesterday on the chart this ascending wedge, which also pretty much worked out sort of bearish. Yeah, it broke out to the downside. The first target of a wedge is usually the beginning of the wedge. You could argue that was reached here at 39.3. Then we moved up and I think retested that wedge from below, and you can see we didn't even come higher. We actually made a lower high compared to those previous ones here. You can actually see that 3 times we've now, we made a high here, a lower high, a lower high. Okay, so we've made a series of lower highs here, nothing significant, but still we are currently coming down a little again. And it seems like as you can see here, each candle got a bit bigger, okay, especially the red ones. So that's, I mean, at the moment we could still here make a higher low compared to that one here at 39.3, and overall the market is in some kind of a sideways movement. But I think generally the market seems to be really under pressure by the bears. Yeah, we have come down quite a lot. We've come out of the channel. The market clearly, at least at the moment, has difficulties to get back into that channel again. And so far I see here this wave count as the primary expectation here, that we already completed here that 4th wave up there, and that we already started that, we maybe already made that wave 1, maybe already the wave 2, and we might already be in the wave 3. But to do that, we really need to start going now. We really need to keep going now. And that would then, that 5th wave here, with that sort of blue 5th wave, would land then somewhere in the region between 35 to 37k. Need to get a bit more structure in the chart to get more confidence about that. But this is where I would expect it to land. And from here, we will then see another movement to the upside. Yeah, and that again, let's just say we come to around 35k. Then you would expect here, 30 or 36k. You would expect the market to go all the way up again in a correction, in a larger corrective wave. Maybe again back into the channel. Maybe to the 50% trip retracement or the 61.8. So we could even get all the way up to 43, 45k once more, because this essentially would be a wave 1 again. Up here that would be another wave 2. We would then come down again in a wave 3, would then go up in a wave 4 and come down in a 5th wave here in yellow, highlighted in yellow in my yellow target area between 20 and 29k. Now alternatively, and that is what we talked about before as well, it would mean that we maybe already completed that wave 3 here, we completed that wave 4 already here, and we completed that wave 5 already there. In that scenario, we might be here, have completed a wave 1 here. We might then be in that wave 2 now, where we could still see it go a little bit higher. Yeah, it could go a little bit higher, and in that scenario we could go all the way up to, let's see, if we draw the fibs, well, we could go easily up to 44.5 again, 46 maybe, to the 78.6% fib level, and then turn down. In both scenarios, I would expect further downside pressure. I mean, let's be honest, a little bit of a move up. It will just be a corrective move before we then come down. When would that corrective move to the upside become, or this scenario that I just showed you, when would that become more valid, more likely? Well, it would be, I think, as soon as we break back into this white channel, because then we could label all of that here. So again, oops, sorry, let me just take that out. So all of this would then be a wave 1. This here would be a wave 2, and within a wave 2 you get your ABC. So here you've got your A, This could be the wave B that we're currently building out, currently creating, currently doing. And then in another wave C, we could come up, and that again, that could take us into the region of 45K. From here, then that would be a wave 2, and from here we would move down. So both pretty much the same scenario. Just in one, we have already completed that wave 5, and in the other one, the wave 5 will only be completed around 35, 36K. And that is actually my primary expectation, that we are already on our way down there. But nobody really knows, so we need to observe the market closely. I think this one here becomes even more likely as soon as we drop below the 39.2K level, or at least, well, or at the latest, I mean, below that wave 3 low here at 38.5K. So not a lot happening today, but as I said last week as well on the Sunday, I do expect volatility again. Yeah, probably shortly before the daily and the weekly close. That is what happened the last 3 or 4 times on Sunday. It's usually what happens. Also next week we can expect some more volatility. With quite a lot of impact yesterday on the last week on the tech market. Netflix crashing down, Disney coming down, a lot of tech stocks again coming down as well. So it will be an interesting week, and I still think even though I'm of course still bullish on the S&P 500 and so on, I still think there is a bit of more of a correction maybe happening there generally, but overall this is far away from a crash or anything in the stock markets. We are going to approach here the May. May is usually a month, or generally the next few months, when it's getting warmer, we're getting into summer. Those are really traditionally more difficult months for the stock market, and the crypto market is sort of related to it as well, to that market related to it as well. But still, historically, the S&P 500 in these months has made gains as well historically, and I believe the crypto market will do fairly okay as well. But in my opinion, the correction, as you know, isn't over yet. So overall, I still expect that further drop into that target area, and expect quite a lot of downside pressure. Now I've seen other channels again talking about the 30K level as well. Again, it is just what it is, and it seems to be getting, the sentiment shift is getting towards the possibility again of prices moving down. Up here in that wave 4, everybody was getting super bullish again, and now everybody's getting super bearish again. So yeah, we are here still though very much in that area around that channel, and even though we dropped out of the channel, I think the fight is still ongoing, obviously, between the bulls and the bears. The decision hasn't clearly been made, otherwise you would see that impulsive move down. But I do expect a decision here very, very shortly, possibly in the next few days. And here on the daily chart, let's go once more to the daily. Also here we can see indecision going on. Yeah. So yesterday we saw here we saw a reduction in negative momentum on the MACD. That negative momentum has increased again, and now it's reduced slightly again. So again, sideways movement, indecision. And when we see here a decision, that could then also decide where the market is going to head in the next few days and possibly weeks. But overall, my perspective hasn't changed, and we are still, according to plan, going here further lower and lower, and are following the path here towards that target between 20 and 29K. All right, that is my view here about Bitcoin at the moment. Don't forget, for channel members, later there will be a live stream at 1700 UTC. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership, where you can get access to the Telegram live chat rooms, the Discord server with my own buy and sell orders, and also a weekly live stream. And as a gold member, you can get also the additional analysis of various stocks and shares, and also an Elliott Wave analysis on various stocks and shares that I look at myself, and my own entry and exit points. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.